Hello my friends, it's Carrie from Stamp with CT. Welcome to our Friday Finding Inspiration video. It almost ended up being our Saturday Finding Inspiration video. Sorry, I'm running a little bit behind, but I appreciate your patience. So today is, let's see, the 25th of March, 2022. And we are finishing up our series on finding inspiration through card sketches. This is our last card sketch that we'll use, but it's a fun, really cute sketch as well. So I've really enjoyed kind of stretching my creativity by using sketches with you this past month, and I hope that this has inspired you. It's a great way to jumpstart your creativity. So this last sketch, of course, I have my folder and I pulled this one out, and I thought again it would be a great sketch to help use some strips of paper, and I'll talk to you a little bit about the dimensions that I'm using. But the other thing that I'm using today is some designer series paper that I love that's going to be retiring, as well as this tailored tag punch. That's the shape that is shown here on this sketch. Now, as we know, we can use whatever we would like to as far as that focal image, but this tailored tag punch has been a favorite of mine, and I've had it for several years now, and I really hate that Stampin' Up! Is retiring it, but that's the way it goes. Unfortunately, that's how it works. We have products retire, and that makes room for some new products for us. So the designer series paper that I'm using today is also retiring, and this punch. So we have a brand new catalog that will be coming out in May. Let me know if I can get a complimentary copy to you. I would love to do that. There's nothing like having your own catalog that you can, earmark the edges, put your sticky notes in, write your notes. It's just awesome to have your own copy of the catalog to see all that inspiration and those beautiful samples. So I would love to provide that for you if you don't have a demonstrator that you shop with. Just send me an email, stampwithct@gmail.com. So here is my sample card, and this is using the absolutely adorable Sweet Symmetry designer series paper. And then let me pull in the stamp set that I use. This is one from our mini catalog, and I absolutely love it. Flowing Flowers. So beautiful sentiments, also some beautiful floral images. And I'm using a couple of the stamps for this project, just one for the one I'm going to create with you. But look at how pretty it turned out. And I absolutely love the sentiment, time for a happy dance. So cute. Okay, let's take a look at our Sweet Symmetry designer series paper. This is one that I used in a couple of different classes over the past year. Absolutely makes me so happy. And it does have a lot of colors. The Bumblebee, Misty Moonlight, Just Jade. Maybe it's not Misty Moonlight. I don't think it is. Let me look right quick. No, that is Night of Navy. But anyway, Bumblebee and Just Jade. Then you've got Flirty Flamingo. Just really, really pretty paper. Calypso Coral and Night of Navy. But we've got a couple of colors that are retiring, and we've already been able to see the new colors demonstrators have, and I think you're in for a real treat. They are awesome. All right, let's create a card together. I'm going to start again with a thick basic white card base, and it's 11 inches by 4.25. No, 4 1/4, 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5.5. I have just been cutting my card bases this way lately, and that's not what I typically do, but I'm enjoying that. Then I've got just a scrap of the designer series paper that I'm actually going to stamp on. I have cut 3 pieces of Just Jade cardstock, and so they're going to layer on. So we're just going to use a different pattern of designer series paper. And so it's going to just be a little bit different color scheme here using the Night of Navy. And so that's what I'm thinking. I think that's going to look really cute. Let's go ahead and grab some glue, and I'll get this adhered together. So yes, Stampin' Up! Announced the retirement list. Gosh, was that Oh, that was Wednesday. It's been a long week. Busy week. So you can hop over to my online store at stampwithct.stampinup.net, and there you can see everything that is on sale. I know there's some items that are up to 50 or 60% off, so you can get some great deals. Lots of punches and dies retiring, you guys. Oh my goodness. I have to admit, it always makes it just kind of bittersweet. I grow so accustomed to using some of the products, and I just get so comfortable with them, and I just love them so much. Like my tailored tag punch. Also my Stitch So Sweetly dies, they're going away. But I have to remember that as items go away, we get some new items, and that really does freshen up our crafting, especially those new colors, new designer series papers. So all of our designer series papers from the annual catalog are retiring as well. Okay, so some dimensions. The cardstock is 4 inches by 1 5/8. The designer series paper is 3 7/8 by 1 1/2. So what I like to do, we'll start with this one that's had a little bit of time to dry. I like to start with like my one at the bottom. And find my borders, really get honed in on an equal border all the way around. And then I'll bring in the one that's going to go on the top. And that way I can put that one in the middle and get everything centered up. That's just the way I do it. I tried several color combinations with this, and I just finally decided that I really liked having the basic white card base. I felt like it drew more attention to my designer series papers that way. Just try to get my equal borders there. It's not perfect, it's handmade. I do want to try to get it even. Okay, so while that dries for just a moment, let's bring in a stamp and let's cover my glue. And we're going to use some Night of Navy ink. And I have the Time for a Happy Dance stamp. Let me just clean it right quick. Make sure I don't have any of the other ink on there. These sentiments in this stamp set are just beautiful. There's the prettiest thank you I think I've ever seen. I'll bring that back in so you guys can see it. Aren't they lovely? And the floral images are really pretty too. Okay. So now I want to bring in my tailored tag punch. Punch this out. I've really enjoyed this punch. And I typically in my business just use current products because I want to make sure if I show you something, you are able to purchase it. I don't want you to fall in love with something and then say, well, great, Carrie, I can't even get that. So I like to use current products, so that's just the way that I do it. Of course, in your personal crafting, you can use whatever you would like. I think that's okay. Now, I've also grabbed another punch that will be going away, and that is the Sprig punch. This is another one that I've really enjoyed over the past couple of years. And I grabbed a scrap of vellum that, I don't know what I did to it. It's got the craziest score line in it. I'm not sure what I did, but I'm just punching out a couple of little sprigs of vellum to use as an embellishment. And I think what I'll do, kind of find my placement with those. I might move that up just a tiny bit. Just pretty much doing exactly what I did on my sample card, just a different color scheme. Oops, I lost my other. Well, where did he go? There it is. That's the trick about vellum. Adhering it down without adhesive showing and not losing it, right? Okay, I think that's going to be pretty good. So I'll just put a little bit of liquid glue right in there. Just put each of those vellum pieces down into that glue. Give it just a second. Without getting too much glue on my fingers. And then, of course, we'll grab some Stampin' dimensionals. So with that first card, I put my sentiment just on a piece of basic white cardstock. And then I stamped that floral image, just second generation of Flirty Flamingo ink. So that means I inked it up, I stamped it off, and then stamped it onto the white cardstock. So I got a little bit lighter impression. And then I stamped the sentiment over it. But for this one, I wanted to use the Designer Series paper. I pulled out a piece of Flirty Flamingo cardstock, but it was just a little bit too stark, too much. So by having the more muted Flirty Flamingo from the Designer Series paper, I really like that. Okay, you know it needs a little bit of bling, so we'll pull in our fabulous iridescent rhinestones. And I'm just going to sprinkle those on. I think I might put them up here. They're so shiny and fun. Put a couple up here. Whoops, lost that guy. Might even put 5 on this one. We'll go for it, right? Just really sprinkle them on. They're so much fun. And we'll put one more up here. Okay, quick and easy, but super, super cute. I love how they both turned out, you guys. Let me bring back in my card sketch to remind you where we started from. And there's our project. I hope you love it. I hope that these card sketches have inspired you to craft, and I really appreciate you being here. I hope you'll join me again next Friday. It will be April, and so I will have a new way to help spark creativity and find inspiration for you for April. See you soon.